Hi! Welcome back to another episode of Sheena's Homestead. If you're new here, I'm Sheena and this is my homestead. And today we are building on the homestead and I couldn't be more excited. So for my birthday, Rob bought me all the materials to make 2 more garden beds, and I'm super excited because I have all the other garden beds already planted and ready to go. I am waiting on this one so that I can plant the rest of my stuff. So I'm going to share with you all the tips and tricks. He is a professional. He has built all of my other garden beds and he's got all the details lined up for you so that you can build your own garden bed too. Alright, so Rob has brought all of the materials that we need onto the deck. You want to start with a nice flat surface so that when you're building your bed, it will be nice and level. So we have chosen our deck space to build this bed, and we're going to get to it right now. So right now Rob is just taking all of the boards and laying them out in this space that he is going to assemble them. He's just making sure that the flattest side goes down to the ground so that he can easily match up the sides and have a nice level product in the end. These boards are 12 feet long and 12 inches deep. And he is making sure that the long boards are placed on the outside and that the shorter one is left to the middle. It can be helpful to have somebody hold these steady for you while you get everything in place. But in this case, Rob is a professional and he didn't need any of my help at this moment.
We're just building a very basic, simple garden bed where you could get any hardware store to cut the lumber for you to your size or buy it to whatever size you need. We're using 2x12s today. Cedar's the best for garden beds, but you could also use regular lumber, but it's not going to last that long and you're definitely going to have to stain it. So right now I have my 2x12s by 12 feet and we're going 4 feet wide. So I'm going to just set it like this. And what you're going to need is a drill, and you need to pre-drill all your holes. So you just line up your boards just like that. Pre-drilling will help prevent any cracking, splintering in your lumber. Okay, now off to the other side too.
So a quick tip that I have learned from Rob is that when you're at the hardware store, take your time picking out your lumber. You want to make sure that you're picking out pieces that are nice, sturdy, and strong. And the most important part is straight. So I've seen him do this when we're at the store. He takes the board and he holds it up and he looks down it like the barrel of a gun. He looks straight down it to make sure that it's nice and straight. Otherwise, in time, you can get warping and things like that, and that's no good. So just like this, you can look down the end of the board and you can see here that this one is pretty straight. And that's what I meant by kind of eyeing it all the way down the length of the board.
Now that we got our main structure put together, just 3 screws on each side, each corner. And now, next thing I'm going to do is put a top cap on it. And you don't have to, but it helps reinforce it, and you can choose whatever kind of top cap you want. Right now we're just going to do something very basic. Everyone can do this whole structure, easy peasy. Once you line everything up, I took my 12 footers, put them on each side here, and what we're going to do, I'm not overlapping it outside, I'm putting it on the inside to make it a little sturdier. You want to repeat this process after you put your screws right in the front there. Put it in every foot and a half, all the way down. Okay. And we're just using regular exterior screws. This way they won't corrode on you. I just have some leftover deck screws. You want to make sure you get a screw long enough that it gets right into the other piece of lumber. Just repeat this same process right on the other side. Last but not least, our last 2 cuts right here, right on the end. I just went ahead and I cut my lumber. You could also pre-measure and have the hardware store cut it for you, or buy them pre-cut. Perfect fit. Here, I'll do this. And now you know the drill, no pun intended. Every foot and a half, Just drill another hole and put another screw. All done.
Well guys, that is it for today. We made this awesome garden bed. Ta-da! And I shouldn't say we. It was really him, my handyman. So we put together this garden bed and we are really excited because we keep adding to our homestead, adding to our little farm out here in suburbia. And I think we're gonna get a lot of nice harvests from this garden bed. So I am very thankful and very proud. Rob is going to tell you a little bit about how much we spent and other options you could have chosen along the way.
Now, if you use a cedar, if you make it out of cedar wood, it'll cost you around $300 right now, and regular lumber will cost you about $100. And we went with just regular lumber. We're going to stain it with a water-based stain. I know we're not going to get it, the life won't be as long, but it's still going to do what we need. And
wouldn't you say there's still about 4 to 5 years out of what we've built?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's great. And we can always amend as we go. And hopefully as time goes on and the economy shapes up to be a little bit better, lumber prices will come down and we can afford that cedar again.
All right.
But next time, thank you so much for following along with us today, friends. We had a great time building this garden bed with you, and we're so excited to show you what we plant in it next. If you don't mind, like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps. I'll talk to you next time on Sheena's Homestead. Bye!